Some people have referred to him as a Canadian R9, but just how good can Jonathan David be? FIFA have given him the Future Stars card already, but can he fulfil that potential and get the icon card that some people think he's going to get in the future? I mean, Canadian R9 is a big name to live up to. In this episode, we're going to use Football Manager to find out just how good his career can be. Here we go then, time to take a look at yet another talented youngster. This time Jonathan David, Canadian young player. He's a young striker. Some have called him the Canadian R9. Whether or not that tag's a little bit big for him, we will find out. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more of this content, hit the like button, get down in the comment section. Let us know who you want to see next out of the Future Stars card, any other ideas for what you want to see, and yeah, let's get right into it. So as I say, Jonathan David, he's only 20 years old, Canadian international, 12 caps, 11 goals for Canada, so a very good international player over there. He signed for Lille at the start of this season, £29 million, so quite a big transfer fee really, and he comes with an absolute stack of potential. 4 good seasons at Ghent, moved into Ligue 1, and now is the time where he's really got to push on with his career. He's got good stats in the right areas for a striker. He's not exceptional yet, but he is still young. Only 20 years old, plenty of time. He is versatile, so we might see him being played out on the wing, possibly dropping back into centre attacking mid. International wise, he's going to be playing lots of games. He's going to be scoring lots of goals. The level of football that Canada play isn't necessarily as high as some of the other nations we've looked at so far. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on with those and whether he can push them on to the next level. It wouldn't also be a surprise to see someone playing at Lille get that big move away. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how soon he gets that big move, if he gets that big move, and just how his career pans out. He is described as a wonder kid. He's still young, so let's jump 5 years into the future and see how Jonathan David is getting on. Right, Jonathan David in 2025, and I am somewhat surprised he is still at Lille. I'm surprised at that. I thought he'd have got a big move by now. They're a selling club. They really are. They sell their stars on for big money. But he's still there. Fair play to him. Immediately I'm spotting 76 games for Canada. Already. 76 games, 40 goals at the age of 25. That's an unbelievable international record. That's already given him a big tick for that icon card. And he's only 25 years old. Valued at 30 million now. As you can see down here, he's played 154 times for Lille in the league with 43 goals. So he's having a very steady career for him. The lowest appearance he's had is 29, so he's very consistent as well. Looking at the average rating, 2 seasons he's dropped below 7, and one of those was a 6.99. So you'd allow him that. Pretty good, to be honest. Overall, a 7.0 average rating in his career. And looking at his stats, he's very consistent. 11, 9, 8, 10 and 5 in his worst season goals-wise. A few assists to go with it. And he's just generally contributed nicely for him. I can see plenty of international goals down here, as you'd expect. Has he helped Lille win anything? That's the real question. Looking at their squad, Minamino is now at Lille. There's no other real big names though. So I'm wondering how they're actually getting on in the league. Obviously with PSG there it's going to be difficult, and as expected they haven't won the league at all. They haven't even finished top 3, so that's a bit disappointing for them really. They have won the Euro Cup too, the Europa Conference League or whatever it's going to be called. Won that in 2023, so they have got some silverware, but that appears to be it for them. I think it's time he gets a big move, to be honest. He's not going to win trophies at Lille. Obviously internationally he's phenomenal. I don't know how that stacks up with other Canadians. Who has the most appearances for Canada? Most capped player, 116. So he's got a little way to go, but he's doing well for them. Very well indeed. Have Canada won anything? That's another question. They were runners-up in the Gold Cup in 23. No, not really. So he's really not winning trophies. He's performing well without winning anything. A little bit disappointed, and I would be very surprised if he is still there when we move forward 5 years to 2030. He's 25 years old, going to be in the prime of his career when we come back next. So let's jump forward 5 years and see how he's getting on. We've gone forward 5 years, and I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Jonathan David is still at Lille. He's been there 10 years now. He's played 310 games for him, scored 87 goals. It's a pretty good record. I just don't get it. Why is he not getting the move? Are his stats not quite good enough? Let's have a look. So 25-26. He's had 10 goals, 11 goals, 6 and 7 are 2 poor seasons, but another 10 goals in the most recent season. I don't quite get what's going on here. Lille always sell their players. Look at the players they've sold before. They sold Hazard and Pepe and players like that. They move them on. But for some reason, David is staying. I mean, fair play to him. If that's where he wants to play, okay. But he isn't going to win much there. He's good. His average ratings are good. They're all around that 7 mark. The most recent season, his best season, 7.17. 10 goals, 4 assists. A very, very good season for him. Can't really knock that. Are Lille winning anything, though? This is the big question. No, is the answer to that. We knew they won the Euro Cup too. We saw that last time. They've been runner-up in that competition again. But they're not winning anything. They're not doing it. I don't get why he's still there. He's not winning trophies. They're not really breaking through much higher either. They're 6th, 7th. They're not doing it. They're just not quite hitting the targets. I mean, he's still a very good player. He's 30 years old. His attributes are excellent. Why is he not getting this big move? The international form is there. 126 games, 55 goals. How are Canada getting on? Are they winning anything? They were runner-up in the Gold Cup, as we saw before. Other than that, no. They're not really doing anything either, but then it's Canada, so you don't necessarily expect them to. Internationally, though, what a player he is. I don't know where he matches up in terms of records. He's their all-time top goal scorer. What more can you say? Alphonso Davies is the most capped player. Probably to be expected. But, wow, 55 goals for Canada. That's pushing him a long way towards that icon card. These last few years are going to be so important for him. He is on the brink of getting it. 5 years' time, can he be there? We'll see. We're going to jump forward. We'll go for 5 years, but we'll move to the end of his career now. See where he finishes, how he gets on. Come on, please leave Lille. Please go to a big club. Get that big transfer that you so deserve. So we have jumped forward to June 2038 and the end of Jonathan David's career. He's been released by Rio Grande Valley and he does retire in a short period as a free agent. As you can see, as to be expected, he's 38 years old, so he played late into the game, to be honest with you. Physicals are gone. They really have fallen off. Dribbling, surprisingly, has just completely disappeared as well. But generally, he's still not a bad player mentally and technically. Let's have a look at his career stats and how his career finished. As we saw, he stayed with Lille and he was loyal to Lille all the way through. Played up an absolutely extraordinary amount of seasons with a team that just don't win trophies. He then left on a free at the end of, 10 seasons? Longer than that. 14 seasons he played with Lille. And then left on a free to go to Copenhagen in 2034-35, where he had a very good season, to be fair. 19 games, 7 goals, 3 assists, 7.09 average rating as well, before moving to Houston in the MLS, where he didn't really perform, in all honesty. 3 very average seasons. And then Rio Grande Valley, I have no idea what level of football they even play. They are in the USL Championship Western Conference, so they are professional, but not top-level professional football, where he scored 6 goals and 2 assists, but his average rating was low, so he's still not performing very well. In terms of his finish at Lille, it wasn't too bad, nothing exceptional, plenty of assists, which suggests he's been playing a bit more as an attacking midfielder rather than a striker, possibly dropping back as he's got older and older. But in terms of silverware, we need to see whether Lille actually won anything. They won a French Cup, and that's it. That's such a disappointing return on a career for Jonathan David there. Really could have gone somewhere big and won some serious trophies, but the move just never really materialised for him. He was very loyal to Lille, an absolute club legend. He played 422 games there, scoring 103 goals. a phenomenal career for one club there. Internationally, he finished with 126 caps and 55 goals. That makes he's been overtaken as the all-time top goal scorer, but he was at one point the all-time top goal scorer. So a very good international career. I think personally this guy would get an icon. In all honesty, the international career is big for it. 126 caps and 55 goals. The loyalty to one club as well, that is huge. Didn't really win the silverware, is my only concern for it, but I think on the balance of things, he would get an icon card. Get down in the comment section, let me know what you think. Would Jonathan David get the icon in FIFA that I think he deserves personally? But let me know down below. Also, let me know who you want to see next in this series. We've got plenty more to come. But with all that said, I will be back next time.